So now we're going to go to example number 2 of lean faces. Okay. All right. So this is lean faces. Example number 2. So what we're going to do is pull up a lean face over here. And this is what we'll do. We're going to go with, we're going to term this one, we're going to term it chiseled. Chiseled men faces. Okay, so this is an example of a chiseled face. Okay. If I'm drawing him, it's kind of like, what do I want my cartoon to feel like when I'm done? Okay. So with this character right here, when I'm drawing a cartoon of him, the whole idea of this character makes him look like a really tough guy. Okay. So in order for him to look like that tough guy, I want to accent his bone structure of his jawline. I want it to look very manly. Okay. Nothing soft about the jawline. Okay. So how would I do this? First thing we're going to do again is establish what our T shape is. Okay. So we can do this. With this T shape here, I will do something like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll come down here and again establish what I want my eyes and nose and the relationships between them. My eyebrows will then go somewhere over the top of this shape. So here I have established what feeling I want for my caricature to have. Okay. From there, I can now do my mouth shape and basically where my beard is. I can even draw features around the eyes to further map out where I want those features to go at. So as you can see here, it already kind of looks like him before I even get started. Okay. Now, once I have that, I'll go back and I'll look for mid T-shaped line down and look at his jawline. So with his jawline, he doesn't have powerful cheekbones, but he does have a powerful lower jaw. That's what I would do here. So what I do is I'll come from here, I'll come down, and I'll make this shape very chiseled. Not too chiseled because he does have a little bit of softness, but a little bit of chisel. Then I'll come here and I'll add my chin shape, and then I'll come here and I'll add the other side of my shape. Okay. From there, I will then begin to add my ear shapes because my ear shapes are always going to kind of connect mid-line. Doesn't mean that they won't go above the line, but this is where I start. So if I'm going to go up like that, I want to start mid-line, go up, and then come back down. So what I'll do here, I want to get the basic structure of the ear shape. Okay. All right. And while we're down here, let's go ahead and get the structure of the beard. So that's going to help him look even more chiseled. Okay. Now, what's next here? Let's go ahead and draw our forehead shape. Remember that with these types of shapes, your forehead shape is usually going to be shortened to some degree to help you to get that likeness. But first, we want to establish our brow line. So even though our brows are here, because this is a 3/4 view, what I might do is I might come across here and bring in my brow line like this and slightly protrude it out, because that will make his face look a little bit more Neanderthalish, if you will, and a little bit tougher. Okay, so even though that's not readily apparent in the picture, I might do it in my drawing. Okay, let's go ahead and just do this other side of the beard shape. All right, now that we're there, we can go to our forehead line. So the forehead gets pretty easy to draw once you establish this line, because this line also tells me where the edge up line is on the other side of the head. Okay. It also tells me, all right, I want this shape to be short, and because he's at a downward, his head is at kind of at a downward tilt, I would want this to be a round shape. Okay, that connects back here with this shape. Okay, then from here, we'll add the side of the head. And then I can add the back of the head over here if I want. And then from here, we can go around the top of the head. Okay, again, I'm just using simple lines. In a real caricature, I might have drawn this with a breaking line instead of using a hard line, right? And then once I have that, I'll come here. Draw my neck shape. And his general shoulder structure. Okay. So everything is pretty much exaggerated from this point. So what now? That's once I have this part and I can see my picture, this part of your drawing should, if you're beginning caricatures or even if you're seasoned, just this part should be drawn very lightly. This little shape in the middle that we started with, that should be your sketch, but not a sketch not like a bunch of line sketch. It needs to be a definite shape that you put in the middle of your drawing like this, and then you building everything around the drawing so it becomes easy to erase when you do it. Okay, but now what can I do now? I can go ahead and I can start drawing in I can start outlining the face like I want to. See how I can make the nose shape come in a little bit more, right? Round this off, right? And then here you can see where my shape is going here. I got this shape here. I got my top of my eye here. I got this shape coming in over here like this. All right, got this shape coming in over here like that. You see? You see how everything just kind of fits in? Because I already can see those relationships in my picture. The picture becomes very easy to draw at that point. Again, you want to establish the alpha shape first, which is this head shape, and the relation of the features to the head shape in order to draw this type of face. Remembering that when you draw lean faces, you're going to see more of your bone structure, right, in these types of faces than you would if you were drawing a leaner or a heavier face, which we've already gone through some of the heavier face scenarios. Okay. All right, guys. So don't forget, if you are benefiting from the information and you want to tip your art teacher today, this is what I do full time online. I do teach there's a lot of people that want to learn to draw and do something with their talent. And so I decided to start a YouTube channel where I help you do that. And so tips are appreciated. If you feel like you're benefiting from the stream, that's super awesome. Thank you so much in advance. You can tip through our Cash App, or you can tip through the Super Chat if you do know how to use Super Chat or Super Stickers. Thanks a lot, guys, in advance. Okay. All right. So let me see here. We're gonna go through one more example of the lean face. Okay. And then after that time, I'll draw one or two just caricatures, like just for fun, just so you guys can see how I go through the process, but not so instructional in those. And then we'll do our word of the day. This is our itinerary, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so let's go with the lean face. Okay, number 3. Okay. So this is going to be an example of the lean face. And it's going to be example number 3. Okay. Excuse me. All right, and all right, so here we go, guys. Let me find another example of a lean face. Okay. All right, so this guy right here has a pretty lean face, and he's a little younger. Okay. So this is the next face we'll go with. All right. So we're drawing a picture of this guy right here. Where would we want to start at? Okay. And just because it's good looking, don't go changing up what you're trying to do. A lot of times people will see somebody that's good looking and they'll be afraid to mess up their face. And the thing is that you can't mess up their face. They're gonna look the same when they leave in front of the drawing board. But I think the key to it is just not trying to do too much in your drawing. Okay, so with this particular drawing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go with a moderate T shape. He really doesn't have a lot of expression to his face. He's kind of just staring at the camera. These make for boring caricatures, but I'm just for the sake of us showing you how it works, we're going to use a boring kind of a face, okay? All right, so we're going to start with our eye. We're going to use a pretty equilateral situation here. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to establish that his bridge of his nose is not really big, right? Okay. And then we'll go to our round shape of the nose. And this is kind of what we want our features to go. Our eyebrows will go about right here, right? And we're going to keep it simple. Okay, and then we'll do like this, and then we'll add some little, all right? So you see how we kept our picture real simple, all right? Let me see, I binge watched your videos the past couple of days. Okay, hey, right on, Fox Lux. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for supporting the channel and watching the videos. Okay. All right, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do our mouth shape. So I might do something like this, and then do this, and then do the bottom of the shape here, and then add the little mustache shape. Okay. So with these kind of drawings, especially with young guys, you want to watch how many lines you put in the face. The biggest mistake you can make, too many lines in your drawing, was going to make your caricature look like an old person. Okay, so minimize how many lines. Try to get to where you're going with as least lines as possible. Okay, all right. So from there, what am I going to do? I'm going to look at mid T-shaped line. Okay, once I have mid T-shaped line, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for where I want my shape to be generally end at. So I might do something like this here. just to tell me I want my shape to end about right here. So this might be his little goatee shape. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to go cheekbones, and see how I did a pretty good little curve, a pretty tight curve into the jawline. Okay, and then I'll add my neck shape here. And it looks like he got like a little necklace on here, which we could just do like this here. Okay, now from there, what do we want to do next? Hey, Tammy, how are you today? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Appreciate you coming out today. All right, now from the mid T-shaped line down, we'll add our ears in. Okay, and then now what we want to do here, he doesn't have a very strong brow line because he's a very young guy. So what I want to do here is I'm going to use his edge up to show me where I want to go. So if you're a barber, if you ever cut hair before, you know you want to look at your edge up line. So that's what this is. And I'm going to make this a little bit shorter than this area down here. That rule really doesn't change for me. Okay. You see? Now, once we have that shape, we'll go ahead and then we will draw our outer shape here. So we'll look, he has kind of a fade line. He has a box type of a cut. So I'm going to go right here. I'm not going to connect it. I'm just going to do something like this. Down here, I'll use a lighter line so that when I show my fade, I can just, go with it. And then up here, I'll just do, he has braids. So what I'll do here is I'll just get my braids the way I want them, right? Skip a line, skip a line, skip a line, and just do something like this. Because remember, it's all about impressionism with these types of drawings. You don't have to draw exactly what you're looking at. You just draw something that looks like it, okay? And so then you can see here that he has like these little splits in between his braids. So we can just do something like this, right? Get it? All right. And then from there, we'll just kind of, I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm just going to show you how I will do some quick braids with a pencil, just for the sake of demonstration. Okay. And then over here, I'll just come here and I'll just give him a fade, right? Like that. Go ahead and color him in the brow shape. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just add the middle here. And his nose shape here. Okay, as far as the eye shape, so what are we doing now? Only thing we're doing is we're saying, okay, I want my shape to be here. This is the top of the eye right here, right? And I'll put my eyes in here like that. And then I just come down here. I already know where my eye line is going to go. Okay. And then pretty much we're done with the picture. Okay, we might add his little beard. He got like a little bit of a beard shape here. Okay. Here you got a quick little cartoon. Right? Hey, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Man, awesome. My first tip of the day. Thanks, I appreciate you. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video tutorial. If you did, don't hesitate guys to go ahead and give us a like. Also guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notifications button. This way, when we put up new material, you'll be the first to know. If you have any questions about our markers or pens or paper, and you'd like to know where I get some of the materials that I use here on my art stream, there's a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And also guys, we'd like to welcome your questions and comments so that we can get some new ideas. You know, it's always good to have new, fresh ideas for our next and upcoming videos. Oh, and don't forget to check out these 2 super cool videos right here. So guys, thanks again for your love and support of our channel. You guys be safe out there. And as always, guys, I wish you happy cartooning.